Hi, this is a real Bigfoot story. Not that somebody just walked out in a park, heard some knocks, and saw a 7 foot creature. Several timestamps of Bigfoot surrounding me. This is a story of a good story about Bigfoots if you just hear me out. But kind of like how nobody pays attention to me, it's kind of like how I've been chosen. I can give this footage to the ugliest girl in high school and the most popular person in high school. Even though I shot the footage, the ugliest girl would get more than me, and the most popular guy would get 100 times more than me. I would get nothing. And that's kind of like how I've been chosen. I'm in this world and I'm married. Anyways, my name is Damien. I have over 50 Bigfoot sightings here in Florida. And they are not just all looking for a creature in the woods, let me just tell you. So, in this story here, I remember going to Ocala in the northern section of the forest. This trail happened to be towards the river, and it was completely flooded in the rainy season. And as I had traveled down the trail, I noticed that the trail was completely flooded that day. And I had to walk on the sides. Most trails you can barely have to jump back and forth across the sides. Just trail, I was able to walk across on one side. I ended up getting surrounded by Sasquatch, and there was two or three of them that I saw for sure. But then later on in my timestamps, there was the Bigfoot, like the real Bigfoots and the other Bigfoots, and in a real Sasquatch. It's clear as daylight, undeniable. So, anyways, I walked down the trail and I found an opening in a clearing, and I saw a big shadow up in the palm trees with an eye in it, and I just was like, here, I'm sitting here and I'm recording it on my phone, and I can't see the shadow on my phone. It just had like one like eye in it and a big shadow in a circle way high in the palmetto. So I sat there in the opening and I made some calls. I did my thing. And I started explaining to Bigfoot that I had a car accident and I didn't want to bring my problems into the forest. And right at that time that I said my shoulder was hurt and injured, a purple light came shining and beaming down through the canopy. I even have a photo of it. It hit me right in my shoulder, right in the exact same spot. And I'm seeing this little palmetto type of Sasquatch, and I've seen him actually two or three other times. I have a lot of experience, but let me just go on. And he just these palmetto ones, some of them are like more aggressive. They just kind of show themselves, and it's really unusual to me. Um, Being I can barely catch them in timestamps and other things, I see them. But these ones I did see three of them. I went back through my timestamps; they were all around me. But what happened was they ended up forming a circle around me, and all these little pops were going off through the woods. Pop, pop, pop. Not only did I hear their vocals and other things and responses, but every time there's a little pop. And by the end of 3 hours or 4 hours or so, um, I was turning all around in my chair. Not only was there just one right behind me, one right in front of me, and one right here that I already see. I could see him. Like, I could see him right there. He was right there. Like, he wouldn't leave me alone. I ended up throwing something at him when I left. But, anyways, he was right there. And I was like, what the heck? What? And then I started just turning all around in my chair. And I was like, going this way and this way, and pop, 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 pop. And they're popping all around me. Not like the big knocks, but like sticks, like little sticks, like pack, crack, cracks, but all in circles, like a clock, all around me. And I'm turning all around, and I'm catching as much footage. I was feeling there's something in front of me. I couldn't see anything. I look at my timestamps, and there's some more Bigfoots in there. In fact, there's so much like timestamps that I got sick of doing it. Like, your phone is your best friend. Like, you can sit there and catch way more than you could ever, catch and doing other things. But I have a feeling, I have a knack. Um, I look for other things, not just for these other signs or footprints or anything else. I can see a million other things. Like I said, I saw a shadow with an eye up in the palm tree in the opening, and I just decided to sit there. And I made a couple calls, and they came to me. So after about 3 hours, I'm sitting there. I fold up some leaves and I gifted it. Now, when I say gifting, leave it like a circle in the sand or some rocks or some other things. I don't gift it food, but I gift it back like some kind of signal saying that I know that they're there, that I was there, and it always buys me time and gives them a little hint. And I do that at a lot of places. I mean, like probably 10, 20 places I've been to. I've done that sometimes to get away. But anyways, so I was just sitting there and I started moving all over my chair, and at the end I decided to get up and leave after the beam hit me in the shoulder, the one sitting next to me, and it started. It was a sunny day, but the whole trail was flooded like a canoe creek. Like you cannot even walk into all on the trail. So I had to walk a couple miles all the way back to my car, and it started raining. Instead, I could make it, had my head down and my stick, and then start walking. I could have swore something was running right next to me, and I just kept saying, "You can make it, you can make it," and I kept hearing its voice like in my head saying like, like that determination, like I can do it too. And I hear something running next to me, and I just kept going and going through the rain. And the second I got into my car, it just poured down rain, hit it, went over the bridge, and it just went down like a huge shower of thick raindrops, with zero visibility. Just, and I went right over the bridge and right through it and made my way out successfully. So I like to say that the Bigfoots had helped me. This is a friendly Bigfoot story. Even though I saw one that was over my shoulder that was like showing himself, it's really, optimistic to me, like how that whole thing happened. But overall, the whole story is a good Bigfoot story, and this is my Bigfoot story that happened in Ocala, in the northern section of the forest, going towards the river, and the trailer was flooded in the rainy season, and I saw a whole bunch of different creatures. Thank you.